Below is a general framework you can use to create optimal prompts for GPT-4 or a GPT-4-like model when working with scheduled or workflow-oriented tasks. This structure is not an official standard. Rather, it's a set of best practices that tend to yield higher quality responses and more consistent behavior. Amsharga 1. Define context and role. What this does, sets the stage for the model, provides background information it needs, clarifies any assumptions about the user or the environment. Example wording. You are an AI assistant with the ability to parse and schedule tasks. You have knowledge of project management, time tracking, and scheduling constraints. Your role is to help the user create, update, and track tasks for a project. 2. State the objective, high-level goal. What this does, gives a concise statement of why the user is asking for help. Keeps the model aligned with the main outcome. Example wording. Goal. The user needs to convert a project plan into a daily task schedule that factors in limited resources and deadlines. 3. Provide specific instructions and constraints. What this does, directs the model on exactly how to answer, reduces ambiguity, encourages the model to follow step-by-step reasoning. Common constraints might include preferred format, lists, JSON, tables, bullet points, etc. Time constraints, deadlines, scheduling windows. Resource constraints, limited staff hours, budget, etc. Style or tone constraints, formal, concise, creative, etc. Example wording. Constraints and instructions. 1. Input format. The user will provide tasks as a list of bullet points with estimated durations and priorities. 2. Scheduling constraints. Daily working hours, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., maximum of 6 hours of tasks per day to account for breaks and unexpected interruptions. 3. Output format. Return a JSON object with each scheduled task, date, and time range. 4. Tone. All user-facing text must be concise and actionable. Include exemplars or demonstrations, optional but helpful. What this does, shows GPT how you want the final answer structured. Demonstrates the style you expect, example wording for a partial user input and desired output. Example input, task. Write project proposal, 2 hours, high priority. Task review budget, 1 hour, medium priority. Task design logo concepts, 3 hours, low priority. Example output, JSON task, write project proposal. Priority, high. Date, 2025-01-16. Start time, end time, 11 task. Review budget, priority, medium, 2025-01-16. Start time, 11 and 12. Task, design logo concepts. Priority, low. Date to 2025-01-17. Knock under 5. Request step-by-step reasoning, chain of thought prompting. What this does, guides GPT to explain its process, at least internally if chain of thought is hidden from final output, helps ensure the model methodically evaluates each step. Example wording, reasoning approach. Please reason step by step to determine the best scheduling pattern. You do not need to provide your entire internal chain of thought to the user, but you should reflect on each constraint, time, priority, resources, and then produce the final schedule. Number 6, final prompt template. Bringing this all together, here's a sample template you might use. Adapt it to your needs. Context role. You are an AI scheduling assistant. You can take in a list of tasks, each with a time estimate and priority, and output a day-by-day schedule. You consider constraints such as daily working hours, breaks, priority levels, and deadlines. Objective, goal. Help the user schedule tasks in the most efficient order while respecting their constraints. Specific instructions and constraints. 1. Input format. List of tasks and bullet points with task name, duration, priority. 2. Constraints. Daily working hours, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Maximum of 6 hours of tasks per day. Schedule highest priority tasks first when possible. 3. Output format. JSON object containing task name, priority, assigned date, and start-end times. 4. Tone. Concise, clear, and actionable. Example. Example input. Task. Write project proposal, 2 hours, high priority. Task. Review budget, 1 hour, medium priority. Task. Design logo concepts, 3 hours, low priority. Example output. Insert your ideal JSON or tabular format. Please use step-by-step reasoning internally. Provide only the final structured schedule to the user. User's actual query or task list goes here. 7. Testing and iteration. Once you have a template like the one above, 1. Test it with various examples, small tasks, large tasks, overlapping priorities, etc., to see if GPT-4 consistently follows the format. 2. Iterate by refining or adding clarifications if GPT's output drifts from the desired outcome, e.g., incorrect date format, ignoring certain constraints. 3. Provide corrective examples if GPT misinterprets instructions. Handling scheduled tasks beta features. If you're leveraging a beta feature where GPT automatically triggers or updates schedules at certain times, it's especially important to 1. Clearly indicate that GPT should listen for or check those triggers at the appropriate intervals. 2. Describe how you want GPT to handle edge cases, e.g., a scheduled time triggers a task, but the user hasn't confirmed details. 3. Provide fallback instructions, e.g., if user is not available, ask to reschedule. An example snippet might be scheduling trigger instructions. Whenever the user is away or does not respond within 24 hours, place tasks on a pending list. If the user confirms a task, automatically mark it as in progress. If the user tries to schedule more than 6 hours of tasks in a single day, prompt them to split it across multiple days. Summary. Start by setting the role context for GPT. Provide a clear objective and detailed constraints on how you want the solution presented. Use examples to illustrate both the input and desired output. Request step-by-step reasoning to improve accuracy and consistency, while keeping an internal chain of thought hidden in the final output. Test and iterate to refine your prompt structure. Following this general structure should help you craft prompts that consistently yield high-quality results from GPT-4 or any similarly capable model, especially when dealing with scheduled tasks or workflow management in a beta environment.